Hey, good morning, everyone. I camped here at the police station last night. Ran out of sunlight, and I couldn't get to Bukatingi. Um, Bukatingi is still like 23 kilometers away, and yeah, I just ran out of sunlight. So I had to pull over, and I saw the police department, and I asked them. It was either there or the mosque, and I just decided to ask at the police department since it was immediately off the side of the road. But yeah, so I'm waking up here today. It's extremely rainy outside, and the rain's getting a little old. It's been just rain, 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 rain for the last few days, and just always being wet. You know, like right now, I had to get my dry clothes off and put on my wet clothes and start the day all over again. It just always wet. It kind of sucks when you even when you have a spot to pull over like a lodge, sleep in a dry place. You still have to get up the next day, and your clothes are still wet from the day before, and put those back on. And it's pointless to keep putting on dry clothes because they're just going to be wet in 5 minutes anyway. Even with a raincoat, underneath the raincoat, you're going to get soaked from sweat. Anyway, so the plan is, honestly, I just want to get to Bukatingi, find a lodge, find somewhere where I can just veg out for a day or two, and because my ultimate is to get down to Padang, and Padang is still, let's see, Padang from here is 113 kilometers, so 113 to Padang. So I'm going to break that up because of weather and all that. So right now I'm just kind of waiting for the skies to get a little more light, so it's a little more safer, and then put on the rain gear and go. So good morning, y'all. We're back at it. Padang, here we come. Okay, guys, I'm all packed up, and ready to roll. I'm not looking forward to getting back out in this rain, but the sun's up and it's time to start moving. So here we go, guys. Ooh. And I'll have to put this away because it is raining. So I'm just leaving the police department now, getting out on the road. Actually, there's two spots I could have probably stayed last night. I could have probably slept under here if I would have asked. I just didn't see them. All right, guys, I'm going down this way. It's only 23 kilometers, so it's another day, regardless, sunshine or rain, and it's raining. Well, I am not ready for the downpour and the traffic and just the relentless rain and the traffic and the just bad conditions and the uphill. I'm not out of the mountainous region yet, so it's uphills with some downhills, but you notice the uphills a lot more when the conditions suck and you're trying to go around a blind corner with no shoulder, and you're like, someone comes up behind you too fast. It's all over for me. So yeah, some of these roads, although I'm saying they're very nice and stuff at the very beginning, at spots they get bad. And right now, the mixture of all the conditions makes this one bad. Especially right now, it's still dark. It's going to be dark. There is not... Yeah, I mean, the rain is bad. The rain's pretty heavy. You can see the sky The clouds are very, very, very low. Basically, I'm sitting in like a fog. Um, but it's downpouring, so you don't get much fog when it's downpouring. I don't know. I have to look that up. If you can have actually fog and rain at the same time. Anyway, yeah. So I just wanted to flip this on because I can't bring my camera out much. You know, I really not in these conditions. You know, so I have to look for a spot to dry, pull over real quick, or if the rain lets up a bit. But yeah, it's just all this. It's uphill. I mean, my bike's kind of in the way, but yeah, it's just a constant, steady uphill. Nothing like super bad and steep. It's just constant, you know, which makes slow going. So anyway, I'll get there. Like I said, I'm only making a 20 some odd kilometer hop, but it'll take me a lot longer because of the uphill climb and the rain and yeah, and the landslides. The landslides are not fun either. Because you can see where the small part happened, but you're like, is the big part going to happen next, you know? Or is that it? Just that little small chunk. Anyway, guys, I'm pushing forward. That's my daily gripe for you. We'll get back out there. This is way too steep and way too dangerous. When I was saying it wasn't that bad, it got a lot worse. Oh, these trucks do not make it easy. This downpour just, man. I'm trying to get off the damn road just because these guys, that was the worst hill in the world. In the lowest gear, I almost didn't make it. So I found a small shelter. Hey. So, yeah, man. It might only be 22 kilometers, 27 kilometers, whatever it was, but man, I'll be happy when I'm out of this mountain range. Not in this weather. So besides the traffic and the landslides, oh crap, I'm getting my, you also have this. Trees are falling down, just, those are about 4 or 5 trees just hanging over the road. Just barely held up by power lines and different things like that. So, yeah, it gets a little scary thinking that these trees can come down on me at any time. And it's still raining. This thing's getting wet, so it's going back in its bag. Yeah, that was scary getting underneath that, man. Yeah, all this stuff's about ready to go. I'm pretty sure this tree right here is about ready to take a tumble itself. But you just see this all along this road. You see where trees are falling over and someone's either cut it down, cut it back, or it's just been driven over so many times that it turns to powder. Well, I think I climbed out of the valley finally. This guy got a little wet, the camera. Anyway, yeah, it looks like I'm finally out of the valley. I booked a room at a spot that had a very high stars, like 9.5. It's a capsule, like a space capsule. They make it kind of look futuristic. I've been in those before. It was $5 a night with a free breakfast. So I booked for 2 nights. I still got 6.5 kilometers to get there. But it looks like it's downhill from here. And there's a little bit of a break in the weather. It came from this direction over here. Anyway, I'm gonna wait till I get down there before I get anything like a hot bowl of soup or something. I want to push along just to try and take advantage of the fact that it's not raining right now. So yeah, so we move forward. And let me hold on to the camera for a bit and get a shot of the road. You've only been seeing me gripe the whole time. You haven't seen the road itself because it's been wet. Yeah, that was a pretty sketchy road, guys. Just because of the conditions, it was very dangerous conditions I was in. And along with the big trucks and the landslides and the falling trees and all this stuff, it was definitely had me on edge, you know, it did. So, yeah, dangerous conditions on this road. Otherwise, you know, if it was dry season, it wouldn't be that bad. But, yeah, along with the uphills. Looks like finally some downhill. That's so nice, man. Alright, I'm gonna put away this little foggy little camera. Okay, put it in this area? Okay, yeah. Let me just get the... Right there? Okay, will do, thank you.
You booked the capsule, didn't you?
Yes, I did, for like...
Upgrade to the room or no?
What's the price difference?
If you want upgrade to the room, single room,
Yeah.
plus 60,000 per night.
Per night, 60,000? I'm
Private
good.
bathroom,
Okay. With private bathroom?
shower.
Or shower. So that would be 120 extra? Yeah. Huh?
120 extra for tonight.
Okay. Well, I made it into the room. I upgraded. I basically heard hot shower. You know, your own private hot shower in the room and bathroom. I was like, hot shower, I'll buy it. It was 60,000 extra, so that was like was it like $4 per day, which I wasn't thinking because that's almost like a whole day's stay in a in the capsule. But honestly, just after the hard days of riding in the rain and stuff, when I heard hot shower, you know, in the room, I'm not sure if the other one actually has a hot shower too. It's just shared, or if that's a cold water shower. So I took it, and anyway, oops, I just used the restroom, so my pants are still unbuckled. Don't want to walk around all indecent like that. But yeah, so I think that comes out to like this room's like $8 instead of $5. But let's go ahead and do a walk around real quick. So there we go. Nah, I'll just leave it how it is. It's pretty nice actually. Now, she said something about upstairs. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Fine.
Good, good. And yeah, just nice little sitting area out here. And so I don't know what this connecting area is. Yeah, I don't know if she said there was actually one upstairs or what it is. I just took the one down on this middle level. But they have free breakfast and coffee and stuff like that. And yeah, this is the bottom where I came in. And there's more rooms. They got quite a few rooms. I'm actually surprised. But yeah, they had free coffee here. So I'm going to grab my coffee cup again. And take advantage of the fact that they got free coffee. Because that was a cold ride. That really, really was a cold ride. It's not cold, like, because it's still the climate of the tropical climate. It's just when you've been wet nonstop, it gets a little old, and your body just starts thinking that you're cold. So I'm gonna a little more sugar here, and they got a nice little sitting area out here. See. So I'm pooped. I'm ready to actually just call it a day. But it's only like 9 o'clock in the morning, or no, it's past 9. It's 11 o'clock in the morning, so it's not even midday, and I already feel like I'm spent. That wasn't the best sleep in the police station last night, but it was, kept me out of the rain, because at 11:30 it poured hard. I mean, it poured really hard. So I was happy to be in the police station. And the cots that they actually had set up were basically just for themselves. The police officers, after midnight, they kind of just crash out. It seemed like they don't do a whole lot out there, I mean, they probably do. I mean, when an accident happens, they're the ones that are in the immediate facility. And with all the landslides and the wetness and stuff, I can see, I mean, I was always seeing ambulance go by nonstop, going up one way and coming back another, So that's a dangerous road that I was on. But it's probably a lot better in the dry season. It's just everything getting so wet, it just, the whole hillside start falling off. So anyway, guys, I'm going to have my cup of coffee. I'm going to take a hot shower, and I'm going to lay down and try and take a nap. And then maybe I'll get up and do some wandering around, go find something to eat. And yeah, that's the plan. I'm happy to be here. Well, even on this rainy day, they still got the fountain on, and I made it down to the clock tower. But it is raining, guys. I actually was just out looking for a restaurant to go to, and wasn't really planning on exploring because of how rainy it is. But right here looks like they got some indoor places I can go to. I'll go check. But yeah. There's the clock tower. Well, I wasn't actually planning on coming into the shops, but since I'm here, I might as well explore a little. See if they got a food court or something. If not, I'll just find some soup somewhere. Well, this might be the food court. Back there is just actually just shops and stuff. It's just a lot of clothing shops all the way up to the 3rd floor. There's another Mr. DIY, but I'm not willing to buy more crap from them because how easy their stuff breaks. I need to get another light for my bicycle. Like I said, how dangerous that road was today. If it would have gotten dark on me without a light, I mean, I do have a flashlight. I could have just electrical taped. I don't even think I got duct tape right now, so electrical tape to my handlebars. But I need a good long distance light. Jesse St. Louis, he has his own YouTube channel. He gave me a name of a brand that's good for spelunking and caving and stuff like that. That's waterproof. And but the thing is here in Indonesia, it was going to be a lot harder to find something like that, a product like that. Best chances in a city like this, but Yeah, I'm gonna veer away from anything from Mr. DIY. But I do need to get another lamp, even if it's a headlamp. Headlamp's fine. I have a headlamp. It's just, it's a smaller red light, white light, but the white light's just not a long distance. I need something that can, light up the whole area if I need, so I can see the potholes and stuff, just in case it ever does get dark on me. I really do need to plan out my routes better to make sure that the sun doesn't start going down. But like the police station last night, I had a half an hour before 6 o'clock. It was 5:30. So it was either a mosque or the police station, and all of a sudden the police station was right there, so I pulled up. And believe it or not, I mean, this morning there was a mosque right connected to it, so sorry about bouncing the camera around. So yeah, luckily they gave me a spot to lay down, but just in case, I need something, some type of bicycle light or a headlamp, but it has to be waterproof. You'd think a bicycle light would be waterproof, wouldn't you? You know, it's on a bicycle. Yeah, a bicycle is something you use outdoors, and if the light's going to be on it, the light's going to be outdoors, and it rains sometimes outdoors. That's what I heard. So anyway, I'm just actually searching for food. This does kind of look like a food court. The inside just are kind of really boring shops, so there was nothing actually really to film. And anything outside is basically, let's see, yeah, spaghetti. Yeah, I'll just do something like this. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Or Bakso too. I think I'm gonna do both Bakso. Bicycling to Southeast Asia. So, yeah, chicken obviously. Huh?
Where are you going to Indonesia?
Where have I started? I started in, what is it, hang on. Show you. So, Tanjung Balai is where I started on a bicycle. Yeah.
Welcome to Indonesia.
Thank you, brother.
Enjoy.
Yes, please, thank you.
Let's fish.
Thanks, brother.
Okay.
Awesome.
You like spicy?
Yes, I do. Do you have spicy? Thank you. Sorry, I stepped out of camera. I was trying to get this on. There we go. I couldn't find my magnet, so I was like, what? And so it was stuck to my key inside my my man purse. So I got the chicken bakso again. Yes, with my favorite sauce. And it's crazy because it's a little different everywhere I've gone. You know, but it's always good. This stuff is always good. Green's my favorite. Like this one's a little more saucy, not as like thick pasty, but anyway, this kind of works like the ones in Malaysia where you actually you have several booths here. Like you got one there, and then you go all the way to the very end. They write you out the ticket, and then you have the ticket, and you take over to the drink stand, and you get your drink, which I got an iced tea, and then you pay for everything there and bring back the ticket. And there was several spots in Malaysia that was the same way. From what Doug was actually telling me from Planet Doug on YouTube, I guess I don't need to keep saying that, just Planet Doug. He told me usually it's the person that's, like in Malaysia, it's usually the person, hang on. My garbage is getting away from me. It's usually the person that runs the drink stand is the one that's actually renting out the booths to everyone. But I don't necessarily know if that's how it works here. I just know it kind of has the same setup. And anyway, I'm gonna get to eating here. Fork in the left hand, yes, I know. Oh wow. Oh, that's really good. This green one has a little bit of a Tabasco taste to it, like Tabasco sauce in the United States. Has a little bit of that flavor, but way more spicy and a lot more flavorful. Yeah, this is nice on a rainy day. It really is. Anyway, guys and gals and people all shapes and sizes. I'm not gonna film much after this, just because it's raining, and I've been pushing my camera really, really hard and hoping that it doesn't short out, and because if it does, I have to go all the way back to Vietnam to return it. So when I first got the camera, I was very careful about not getting it wet. But then I learned it can take a little water. So I've been pressing that issue a little bit. And eventually, if I keep doing that, I'm going to press it too far. So I better start tightening down my belt again when it comes to how much abuse that I'm putting it through. Because this camera has been filming every single day, going on like 9 months or something. And it's gone through all types of weather. And yeah, it's got a little wear and tear on it now. It doesn't always want to turn off. It likes to turn itself back on after I shut it off. And yeah, it's got its fine points, but it's a really good camera. DJI, and even their little mics. This thing went through the washer machine and it still works. And look, the blue light came back on. And so yeah, DJI's got a good product. Anyway, they should endorse me and give me free stuff. All right, guys, that's it for now. If I see something I want to throw in or film, I'll make sure I do it. All right, peace. Well, it looks like it eased up enough where I can actually do a little filming of around the clock tower here. So, I mean, this is probably going to be the least amount of rain we're going to have for the next few days. Wow, they got a nice little garden here with bonsai trees. No, thank you, brother. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's a beautiful clock tower. Anyway, yeah, this is the central area. This is the gathering place. It's very nice, actually. But no, thank you, brother. I'm trying to sell bird.
Yes.
It's cool, but I don't know what to do with it, brother. And cotton candy. And a viewpoint. I'm going to run over the viewpoint and I'm going to call it quits because that's probably all I'm going to get in. Hello. Yeah, it's nice. I booked the room for 2 nights, but that doesn't mean I can't stay longer. It's just, you know, I don't know what she's saying, but I also don't care. Yeah, look at this. This is a nice viewpoint. Wow. Yeah, look out for them limbs. Wow, yeah, they went all out on this thing. This goes down and around. And there's another fountain right back here. Nice. But that fountain's really competing with the rain and the wind. Alright. That's probably what she was saying. Look out for the falling limbs. She's probably right. These give you a very, very nasty headache. Get hit with a widowmaker. Alright, I'm going back to the room. I don't really feel like standing in the wet and the rain if I don't have to. Uh-oh. So back I go. Oops, sorry. And the shops continue on around. Yeah, everybody's kind of wrapping up their goods because of the rain. Kind of hard when Mother Nature does this to you. So yeah, it looks like this actually goes down for a ways. And all the vendors have all their product out, but right now they're getting hit with a side wind and a rain. Hello. Well, I'm back to my spot. Back to home sweet home. And getting out of the rain. There's my door. I already went in. I had to take everything out of my bed, out of my bag and everything to dry. That's why I had everything hanging off the door in that one picture. Anyway, you can see it looks like a clutter now because everything got wet in my bag. I mean, absolutely everything. So I had to take everything out, and now it just feels like messy, 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 you know. But unfortunately, that's what you have to do when everything starts getting wet. Like, the hard thing about, let me get this right here. The hard thing about, like, if it rains, you can't just kind of pack something up and just, you know, throw it in your bag. I mean, you can. You initially do that. But the thing is, it's time consuming because you have to go find somewhere like a bush or something to scatter your stuff out and let it dry. Because it stays in your bag for more than a day, it's starting to grow mold. I don't care if it is nylon or whatever it is. And one of the biggest issues is getting wet and not drying out because it's so time consuming that it eats up so much of your day. But that's how it is. You just have to dry stuff out. Anyway, I got some drinks. I got a few donuts. I'm still kind of looking for like the one that I found that one time with the black sprinkles that had that inside that was like almost, I don't know. It was really good, but this is where I say goodnight, y'all, because the day's over, and I'm going to go ahead and throw this together and throw it out onto the internet, out onto old YouTube there for consumption. And yeah, I'm going to spend the next day at least relaxing and just enjoying not being wet. You know, being wet is no fun, even if it is kind of warm out and stuff. I mean, if you go out swimming in the river or something like that, then you're going out to get wet, so you expect it and you enjoy it then. But when it's just raining all the time, you know, and it's not the first time I've been around where it just rains all the time, where you're constantly wet. Up in the redwoods was a lot like that. The redwoods is old growth rainforest, and like when it does start raining in the redwoods, it doesn't actually hit the ground for a long time. It builds up in the trees, so by the time it does stop raining, that's when the redwoods actually start raining. You know, because now all the liquid has worked its way down through the trees, and now it's just going to drip off the trees forever. But the forest there, the redwood forest, doesn't need rain. It produces its own rain because all the moisture that comes up through off the ground gets trapped in these just beautifully big trees. They're some of the biggest trees basically in the world are the redwoods, and they never make it out. So it's just like it's its own little environment, and that it allows things like ferns to grow everywhere and stuff. I really enjoyed the redwoods, but it was just so hard trying to find a spot to camp. You'd think, hey, this is where the Ewoks in Star Wars used to live. This would be a great spot. You can just go out and camp out and disappear. And it's not like that, because all of civilization grew up around the redwoods. First off, redwoods was mined was cut down for lumber for such a long time that they just cut down these huge trees that were and it basically they thinned out the redwoods, so there's almost no redwoods anymore. And the little bit of redwoods there are, basically civilization has just encapsulated them, and encroached on them, yes, but you can't encroach too much because there's it's like there's limits to how you can't just go in and set up camp. So they don't allow you to go in and camp. So there's rangers that go up and down, the trail system there, because it's right by Humboldt County, the Humboldt University. You can just take off into the trails, but the thing is the rangers walk up and down and make sure they're kicking out all the hippies, people like us trying to sleep in the bushes. So it's not like you can just set up camp anywhere. If they see you with a tent and you're not there, they'll rip down your tent and take it with them. So yeah, I lost a tent that way with some good binoculars and everything in it. Either that or someone went by and just snatched my stuff. I think there's a higher chance that someone saw my camp and they went in and just stole it, So anyway, that's just a ramble, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and call it quits. I'm not gonna bore you guys to death with any more of my stories right now because I'm just too dang tired. But we got here, guys, and next it's gonna be the coast. So we're gonna be to the coast pretty soon. Good night, y'all, and we'll pick this up tomorrow.